Yes, the 12.5-inch barrel does still have a place, and today we're going to talk about it. If you've ever based your entire personality around the M16A2 retro rifle with clamshell handguards, then go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button, guys. Welcome back to the Trench Grenade channel. Today we're going to be discussing the 12.5-inch AR-15 barrel length and where I feel it still has a place in 2025 and what I use it for real-world application here on my property and what my recommendations would be for you. If every single viewer right now were to hit the like button, that would help out this channel in more ways than I can even begin to possibly articulate. It would help defeat the algorithm god and spread the message and videos here on the Trench Grenade channel. Thank you so much for doing that. Leave your combat llama emojis down below and let me know if you still have a good use case for a 12.5-inch barrel in 2025, and also let me know if you grew up with the M16A2 rifle when you were in the Army or the Marine Corps and it's not so retro to you. Okay, so what you might be seeing here behind me is my property, and this is going to tie us directly into where I feel that the 12.7-inch barrel on this M16A2 pistol has a proper place. Many of you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. All this thing has is the gun itself, okay? You're seeing a Magpul grip because it's better than the A2 one, but this is literally an H&R M16A2 pistol with, yes, a Huxworks device in case I ever find something. Yes, it's been shot suppressed a ton and shot unsuppressed, but this is a 12.7-inch M16A2 H&R. That's a Harrington and Richardson pistol, okay, with a Blue Force Gear or Blue Force Tactical, whatever, sling on this thing, okay? I get it wrong every video, and one of these days I will actually look. It is a Blue Force Gear sling, okay? So yes, this is a real rifle or pistol that I still use in circulation for a very specific cause. Can you guess what that is? Some of you guys already know. Yes, a field rifle, an unsuppressed, lightweight pistol, a lightweight 5.56 that can shoot M855 or 77 OTMs very reliably and very effectively given what I am using it for. Does that make sense? Property defense or a field rifle. For a doomsday scenario, if I needed to go, let's say, down the block. Maybe I needed to go a mile away or so for just a quick resupply mission to go do some trading in a relatively peaceful environment. But obviously you're always going to have a rifle with you in any sort of doomsday or, grid down scenario like that, but you needed something that was basically what we use pistols for now, if that makes sense, because nowadays we use pistol for concealed carry or like daily use. This is where I feel the 12.5-inch, or in my case the 12.7, basically the same thing, where I feel something like this pistol has a proper application. A unsuppressed, reliable, lightweight, emphasis on lightweight, extremely lightweight, kind of a field rifle. Of course, Brass Facts kind of coined the term field rifle several years ago now, but that is exactly where I feel this has a place. Something that you're never really intending to suppress. You want to keep it lightweight, but you still want to have the maneuverability and the firepower, if necessary, to defend yourself and your property. A 12.5-inch carbine or pistol, like what you're seeing right here, and for legality purposes, this is a pistol. If I say the word rifle or carbine, it doesn't matter. We all know what I'm talking about. So this carbine right here is a perfect example of a field rifle or a handy defensive tool. With the OT2 sights that you're seeing right here, okay? So most of the time what we were trained to do in the infantry back in the day, as I'm a long time dude, grunt here, is use the OT2 sight for emergencies, and if you had a 400-meter engagement or out, then yeah, you could use a smaller peep sight, but there's really no reason to use that peep sight because the OT2 or O2 sight is perfect for 0 to 300 and close quarters engagement. So that's a lot of talking, basically to tell you that something like this, carry handle, H&R, M16A2 with a 12.7, this is one of my favorite guns because it's extremely accurate. It's a 2 MOA gun all day, okay, with M193 ball ammo, right? 2 to 2.5 MOA all day long. Sometimes you get tighter groups than that, but that's with ball ammo. And this stupid little carbine is so accurate, handy, maneuverable, and guess what? If you really wanted to, you could put a white light on it. I don't run it with a white light. I literally run this thing with a sling. I sling it up over my shoulder, and guess what? Right, just like this is how I run walk around the property, right? Or sling it like normal on the front. I can't do that because of camera right now, but you guys get what I'm talking about. If you want a super lightweight gun that you're going to run unsuppressed, that you need for property defense or property security, to walk around, to go out, scout the area, to go out and let the dogs out if you have a large, you know, portion of land or whatever, or a good like fireside gun, you know, a fireside carbine. This is a perfect example of what I use this for. It's also a good Bronco gun or truck gun, right? If you need a lightweight carbine to hit the road with and you don't really want to bring your BCM 11.5 with your EOTech and suppressor and all the things with a white light on that because you don't, because of legality purposes or whatever your situation is, or it's just a more valuable gun, but you know you can do 99.9% of the things with this that you can do with that. Well, guess what? A 12.5 inch, or in my case, a 12.7 inch little unsuppressed gun with the capability to still suppress, but you can keep it even lighter if you just keep a birdcage on there, which is what this had originally, and you'll be good to go. Fixed irons, you can put a white light on it if you want. I don't run a white light, I just run it super lightweight. And yes, I do normally have my Streamlight or Surefire handheld. It's inside over there right now, but the point is, if you want a 12.5, there's no reason to get a 12.5 if you want to suppress it as a suppressor host, because that's going to put you out there around 17 to 18 inches overall length of the barrel, right? But if you want a short, compact package that's maneuverable, lightweight, and you still want a little bit more velocity than a 10.3 or 11.5 with higher velocity, more performance and accuracy, okay? So better MOA performance and also better longevity on your internal components, your bolt carrier group, your extractor, better performance with your bolt itself so you don't shear off lugs, and better performance with your springs due to better dwell time. A 12.7 or 12.5 inch gun will be perfect for you for a truck gun, property defense, as an unsuppressed lightweight carbine that you can use and not worry so much about legality. Throw a sling on it if you want, throw a white light on it if that's your thing, but how you're seeing this thing right here is how I operate with it, how I use it. Operate is how I use it. Cringe term, I know, but it's how I use the weapon system in a defensive role. And guess what? Zeroed for 25 meters, 1.5 MOA low at 25 meters, so a 36 meter zero on these sights with 77 OTM. Gun runs great. I like it. You guys get the deal, okay? So if you got this far, hit the like button. Let me know if you still prefer the 12.5 or if you're running an 11.5. My main squeeze is an 11.5, but this 12.7 is a perfect, I wouldn't mind grabbing this in an emergency scenario. The only thing I feel like I'm really giving up, obviously, is white light capability. But guess what? In a hurry, I could throw on my Surefire on the side of this and tape it down if I really had to with 100-mile-an-hour tape. But yeah. This thing runs great and I have no complaints about it. And if you're going to run a 12.5 or you really for some reason want a 12.5, I recommend running them unsuppressed in a lightweight carbine fashion like this, and they're the perfect tool for property defense if that's what you want. As a field rifle, again, in a without rule of law or SHTF situation, that would be in place of a pistol, or if you still had a concealed pistol, this would be like your without rule of law pistol, if that makes sense, right? It would replace the role of the pistol as being a defensive carbine. Okay, so that's a lot of talking for me. I hope this video was helpful for you. Let me know if you agree, disagree, all the things, but more importantly, leave a like down below. That helps out a ton. Thank you so much for doing that. Leave your combat llamas. Let me know if you served with an M16A2, and now every time someone calls it a retro rifle, you age yourself a little bit more every time because people are calling you a dinosaur passively. I look forward to reading those comments. Thanks for hanging out, guys. And until next time, this is going to be Trench Grenade on his property with his 12.7 inch M16 A2 H&R that your mom says that we have at home, signing out. Cheers.